Hi, some thoughts for today, the 8th Sunday in Trinity. Find out today how to survive 16 years in the wilderness with only a coconut, a fondue set and a kilo of marshmallows, plus of course a nosy camera crew. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but there's been more than one TV series devoted to macho man mountains who are either ex-SAS, ex-Marines or ex-Special Forces, or perhaps even all three, who will tell us how to bite the head off a live lizard, make soup from sand, and generally have a jolly good time, if we're up for it. So next time we are stranded on the moors above Zena, or the rocks around Godrivi, or the ticket machine will not let us out of Penzance's Wharfside car park, we shall know what to do and how to survive that wilderness experience. Well, today we join Jesus in the wilderness with his close friends and also a large crowd of people. First of all, Jesus is experiencing his own deep and personal wilderness. He's just heard about the awful news that his cousin John has been murdered by Herod. John, this hugely charismatic and committed man who had given so much and done so much, has been cruelly beheaded. For Jesus, the despair is great, not only his, but that of his family, as well as the grief felt by his close friends around him. It is no wonder that Jesus wants some quiet time out, some peaceful time, to have some moments alone, to think about John. It is a wilderness of despair. Perhaps this was the first of many Gethsemane moments. Lord, why did this happen? Are these people worth it? What are we doing? Perhaps we should just call it a day. It's a wilderness of questions and worry. However, when Jesus and his friends get off the boat, any hope of a quiet time quickly disappears. For there on the shore is the world and its wife with their uncles and aunts plus their dogs and cats to greet him. They'd brought their sick with them, with all their problems, emptiness and hunger. Oh, good grief, he might have said. He might have had a heavenly tantrum, gone off without speaking, slamming a door if there was one handy, walked off to a lonely rock somewhere crying, I'm too full of my own hurt to deal with you lot. Just go away for goodness sake. Meanwhile, the disciples who were looking forward to this quiet time now find themselves in a wilderness of what to do with this lot. There is no corner shop, left my credit card at home, and now what? They mention it to Jesus, and he makes their situation worse with the words, you give them something to eat. Hey, wait a moment, they might have thought. You're the miracle worker around here. What good can we do? This is a wilderness where everyone is hungry for healing, hungry for food, and all the disciples have is 5 loaves and 2 fish. They bring the food to Jesus, who asks them to sit down, to prepare for their wilderness picnic, and to become part of a miraculous event. First of all, we witness the generosity of Jesus. Despite his own grief and pain, he focuses completely on the needs of those around him. He wants to help the disciples and make sure the people are fed. We then see the generosity of the people who give out of their poverty, out of what little they have. Jesus takes this little offering and makes it even more little by breaking it, blessing it, and giving it. And it is enough. In fact, it is more than enough. A special miracle that turned a barren wilderness into a fruitful vineyard. So how do we survive in the wilderness? Whether it be the wilderness of despair, anxiety, or Wharfside car park, how can we survive? Jesus quietly tells us to give of ourselves to those around us. We may feel the situation is all too much, but give, says Jesus, for what you have will be enough. That is the miracle of love, which inspires generosity and notices emptiness and despair. We need to say to one another, I need the crumbs you have to offer, because touched by God, they will become the bread on which I feed. So please don't send me away hungry and empty. Keep well, keep safe, and God bless.